Today's video is not really about photography. Well, in a way, maybe a little bit. It's more to do with something that I wanted to talk about for a long time. Welcome to my latest vlog, and I am in the beautiful Tower Bridge. Yes, this is a beautiful place, a beautiful day today. I just finished my shoot with my client early mornings in London, and yeah, this is what I do on a daily basis, just going around London cities, taking photographs of people who are either visiting or actually in the UK, whether it's going to be proposals, pre-weddings, portraits, seniors from US, and yeah, lots and lots of stuff. I enjoy my job, I really do, and to be able to show people around London and taking photographs with a place that I love, and now I would call it my home now, and this is amazing. So today's video is not really about photography. Well, in a way, maybe a little bit. It's more to do with something that I wanted to talk about for a long time. However, it's also a topic that I was a little bit worried about whether I should post it or not. And I know I've seen videos of people posting about these things, but this is a photography channel, and I know it may not be 100% relevant, but this is my own experience, so I just want to share that a little bit there. And yeah, it's something that I always wanted to do. However, I do really worry about how people will react to this video, and but there you go. You know that you've been following me long enough, you know that I'm quite an open guy. I do open my feeling, talk about things a lot, and whether I had my depressions, a couple of years ago during COVID time, and all the other struggle that I had, health and anything like that. So yeah, this is another one for you. Okay. Oh, it's a bit muddy here. It's a bit muddy. Should I go down there? It's a bit muddy. Okay, just go down. Just be a little bit more careful. I don't want to slip and drop everything. Okay, because it's a beautiful day, I don't want to waste it. Might as well use this opportunity, this location here, this tranquil location here, to talk a little bit about what I'm going to say today. Okay, wow, it is a beautiful location, and I always enjoy sitting here whenever I can. And well, it has to be perfect timing though, I have to say, because to get down here it has to be low tide, and that only happens 2 times a day in London and in the River Thames. But yeah, to get in the morning, you have to check the tide table to see when you can come down here at this time of the day. Later on there will be, obviously the lighting angle is a bit different, and also there will be a little bit more tourists around, and generally just more noise and stuff like that. So but now it's very tranquil, very nice, very calm. You hear the wave bashing the shore. It's almost like you're in a seaside, almost. But anyway, and racism is something that I really want to talk about, and I want to share with you all my experience. That is still happening today. So it started really when I left Hong Kong when I was 15, 16 years old. First I went to Canada, to Vancouver, to study, and the school that I went to was really new to this international program. So we were the first bunch of foreign students to attend there. And all I can say is that the experience were good most of the time, because a majority of them were really nice people. The teachers and the students were really helpful. They took us around, showed us around. They would help me with my English, because even though I could read and write, my speaking was just not quite there, and so I had a lot of communication problems, so to speak, but they helped me a lot. So that was really great. I had a good time there. I really remember that. That's one of my best times of my life. But having said that, there were a couple of people, I wouldn't say a couple of people, maybe a bit more than that, and I would say minority in the school that are doing the exact opposite. And so they would basically do anything horrible to kids, and they would call me names. They would push me around, and in the hallway they knocked my bags out, my books on the floor, step on them. They drew things on the lockers. They call me names. Anything you would actually see in modern day movies when they're trying to bully a kid. And so that that was what happened to not just me, but all the other foreign students as well. It wasn't really nice. That's the point I started the first. That's my first experience in racism, and also the kind of the tone that's been set that as a Chinese living in a foreign country, or even any other Asian students or any foreign student living in a foreign country, I could really feel how they feel when they experience something similar to what I had before. So that really basically in high school days. But when I left and come to the UK for my university, for my degree, I would say that things are a lot calmer. It's not as challenging as the high school in Canada, but I guess it's also to do with age as well, because when you're at university, most of them are adults, and so they are more grown up. I guess they find these things no longer funny, but every so often you still hear things that is racist, and so it just exists, never really go away, and that kind of stick around for basically the remaining time that I'm in UK, basically until now. So that's been so many years. So after university, when I first found my jobs, it was good. My first job in the first company was really good. They treated me well. I got along with the bosses really, really good, and they even looked after me very well. And I got along extremely well with a couple of the bosses there. I even got fast tracked in my career, so I got promoted very quickly. So that was really good for my first few years after university. But then things do take a big turn after I changed do my first job change. So I changed my job, like a lot of people would do, when they want to advance their career, they want to find a better salary, better prospect. So I changed job and to another company, which is bigger, more advanced, better pay, of course. And so I did that. So once again, I was doing really well, performing well, and none of the colleagues were horrible to me, so they're really good. But what I did not expect is when I got promoted 2 times after 2 years there, and I was aiming for more senior management and managerial positions, and that's the time when I'm starting to realize that racism was right there in front of me. Okay, right, the sun suddenly disappeared. Okay, so yes, what happened then? Okay, right, it's gonna be a little bit of a weird thing, but then if I tell you that I literally got told that I will not be able to advance further in terms of my promotion from my direct manager, or direct boss in a way, and told me that this is as far as you can go. And I was a little bit shocked in a way, because I was performing well. I got along with the boss really, really well, and my performance was off the chart. I was really one of the aces in the company, and I was just wondering why can't I advance, But he was really honest with me, and he told me, and the senior management has been looking. You are definitely one of the good guys, one of the great guys in the company. You're performing well, your KPIs are off the chart, everything was good, but you're Chinese. Right, that was one of the most hurtful things I've ever heard in my life, and that was really what put me off. Basically I quit the company straight after, and I told my boss that if I can't advance, and if I hear something like this, what is really the point staying there? I'm not joking. I was pretty shocked with that comment, and I know he's being honest to me, because he told me he was the guy who promoted me, but he told me also honestly, saying that I would not go past where I was, and I would not go any further, I would not go any higher, and so unless you're happy with your current position and current salary, and that will be it. So that really prompted me, and to start on my own, to start going around, because look, I've seen racism all my life, and then since I was a teenager in school, and then through my working life, I see bits of it, and really that was the turning point to me, and that's how I came out and starting to look for opportunities. I did some businesses before I turned photographers. I was writing a lot of travel blogs and things like that, and so eventually, obviously, as you know, that I am now a full-time photographer and filmmaker. So this is something that I really find it gross, like how could people do that to other people? Like you cannot judge and discourage other people because of who you are, because of your skin color, and it's not right. But that's not really the end of it, and because when I was starting on my own, become a full-time photographer, I once again see that again. Like a few years ago when I first started my photography, not a few years ago now, many years ago now, when I first started as a wedding photographer, and I turned up at one of these wedding shows as a vendor. I was trying to attract new brides and new couples, right? And so I set up a booth there, like many other wedding photographers would do, talk to potential clients and things. And once again, I experienced racism. And I see these British couples, came over, they just said, like, oh, your race doesn't suit our style. And oh, come, seriously, I lost word when I heard that. And what else can they say? I mean, I'm just, thinking about, they are quite imaginative, like about things they can say to people, especially about their race, about their colors and things. And it's annoying, like, I don't know, I photograph white people, I photograph black people, I photograph Chinese and whatnot, anybody really. I have portfolio, I have albums laying out, a lot of people actually enjoy them. They say, wow, you take brilliant, amazing photographs, but you just get these people coming up to you suddenly and say something like that to you, to your face. It shocked me, it threw me away, like almost like being punched by Mike Tyson, and in your face. You're just gonna go back about 10 feet into the wall. It is hurtful, it's really hurtful. And that's just one example, and I can tell you that that's not an isolated instance, and they're still happening, they're still going around, although that these days I don't do weddings that much, and but there are times I still see clients would behave like that, not as vicious as that, but still minor comments. I know at that time that I won't get a job from them anyway, so I wouldn't be bothered too much, to be quite honest. But anyway, so many years after, I'm all grown up now, I'm experienced enough, I've seen enough of these, and so I don't really take it to heart anymore. And but when you do see that sort of comments and that sort of saying, it does make you think a little bit, why? We in 2022, 2023, why people still think like that? Why? Is there a point to it? Do you gain something? I'm not entirely sure. So this is my experience about racism, and then I just wanted basically open up to you guys and let you know, as a Chinese photographer in London or been around the world, and to tell you exactly what happened to me, even when I was studying, was working, even now I own my own business, doing my own thing. Even in this channel, I still see people talking to me as I'm some kind of weirdo and aliens or something, that doesn't belong on planet Earth. Why? And I have no idea. But anyway, enough ranting, and this is something that I just want to kind of say out loud for quite a while. It's not something that I would usually do, to be quite honest, and because it's not, like I said, photography related, although that I did mention about my experience when a photographer, and something that I would not encourage people to do. Definitely not, and if you are young and then you watch this video, just be nice to people around you, and love each other. That's all I can say. I would never hurt anyone. It just it's a horrible feeling, and because I've been hurt many times, not physically but mentally, that it can be very, very stressful, to a lot of people, especially when you're young. It could mark a scar to these people, and that will be there for life. So just don't do that sort of silly things, and yeah, just take it from me, from my own experience, and learn from there. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, listening to me ranting, and I don't know, maybe because of the sun, because of the beautiful location, in a way, I'm feeling a little bit more emotional. I just want to talk about things. And otherwise, I'm good. I'm really busy, and which is, thank God, and so it's a good thing to finally see business picking up again, and after COVID, and yeah, it's been a few years since I had this kind of busy life, and I was quiet for quite a while because there was no travel, everything was locked down, and even when it's reopened, travel wasn't happening at full speed yet. This year is really the first year that I finally see some sort of pace coming back, so that is really, really good. YouTube is okay, and even though I don't have much time to do much videos lately, I still try my best. A lot of things I'm still doing at the moment, doing a variety of reviews, as you can see right now. I do some tech reviews. I'm also doing some lenses on APS-C cameras as well. Micro Four Thirds absolutely still my best. It's still my focus and my main thing, because I am an OEM ambassador. I still shoot Micro Four Thirds exclusively for all my professional jobs and filmmaking. The APS-C, like Nikon ZFC, is really just my plaything, and but if you have a camera, why not review that stuff as well, right? Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed today's video, and share with me your experience and talk to me. I would like to hear from you. So until next time, have a great day. Enjoy your day. Bye for now.